The silence in the pines. The cabin smelled like dust and old wood smoke when we first arrived. 5 of us, Jenna, Tyler, Marco, Elise, and me, lugging duffel bags and grocery sacks up the creaking porch steps, laughing at nothing. The kind of laughter that feels too loud in the quiet of the woods, like we were trespassing just by existing there. But that's what we'd wanted, right? A week offline, no Wi-Fi, no drama. Just the pines and the lake and the kind of silence you can't find in the city. We didn't notice the TVs at first. They were old, bulky things, shoved into every room of the cabin. A grainy emergency alert looped on each screen, red text screaming, "Stay indoors. Do not approach others. Await further instructions." No sound. No explanation. Just that same message, over and over. Probably some prank, Tyler said, smirking as he dropped his beer onto the coffee table. Old owner's idea of a joke. Chill out, Liv. But the landline started ringing that night. Not the shrill, modern ringtone we were used to. This was a deep, warped sound, like the phone itself was rusting apart. We stared at it, huddled in the dim living room, until Jenna finally grabbed it. "Hello, hello?" Her voice shook. Then she froze. "What do you mean, they're already inside?" "Who is?" The line went dead. Outside, the woods were too quiet. No owls, no wind, no crunch of leaves. Just the TVs humming, their crimson warning staining the walls. We didn't sleep. We boarded the windows instead. By day 3, the paranoia set in. We'd run out of cell service first. Then the radio. Then the power. The TVs died, but the words stayed burned into my eyelids. Stay indoors. Stay away from people. We kept the doors locked, even from each other. Split into shifts to watch the boarded-up windows. Argued over food rations, over the metallic taste in the water from the sink. Then Marco said he heard something in the walls. "It's just mice," Elise snapped, but her hands trembled as she scraped mold off a loaf of bread. We'd started eating by candlelight, afraid to look at each other too long. Afraid of what we'd see. That night, I woke to screaming. Not outside. Inside. I stumbled into the hallway, heart slamming, and found Jenna backed against the bathroom door. She pointed at the mirror. It wasn't me," she gasped. "I swear, Liv, it wasn't me." The glass was fogged, but someone had written 2 words in the condensation, "Let me." We didn't go back to sleep. Day 5. Or 6. Time blurred. Tyler started pacing. "We can't just rot in here," he muttered, staring at the front door. His pupils looked too wide, even in the sunlight spearing through the cracks. "What if it's over? What if we're the last ones left?" The message said to wait, Elise hissed. We wait. But the banging started that afternoon. Something hammered on the roof, thud, 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 like fists pounding in rhythm. We crouched in the center of the living room, clutching kitchen knives, sweating through our clothes. The noise didn't stop for hours. When it did, we found claw marks in the siding. Long, jagged grooves, too high for any animal. Marco laughed that night. A wet, broken sound. "They're in the crawlspace," he whispered. "I can hear them breathing." No one checked. Day 7. Jenna disappeared. We'd been sleeping in shifts. I was supposed to be watching her. But I blinked, just once, and she was gone. Her sleeping bag was still warm. We tore the cabin apart. Shouted her name until our throats bled. Tyler wanted to go outside, but Elise tackled him, screaming about the rules. Stay indoors. Stay away from people. That's when we noticed the blood. Drops of it, leading from the living room to the basement door. The lock was broken. The stairs groaned as we descended, flashlight beams slicing through the dark. Jenna was in the corner. Or, part of her was. Her torso, propped against the concrete wall, arms missing. Her face was frozen in a smile. Not a human smile. Too wide. Too many teeth. Something scuttled in the shadows. We ran. Day 10. The food's gone. Elise won't stop scratching her arms. They're under my skin, she keeps saying. I can feel them moving. Tyler hasn't spoken in days. He just stares at the front door, rocking back and forth. I found Marco in the bathroom this morning. He'd smashed the mirror. Shards of glass jutted from his fists as he whispered, "They're in the reflections. They're learning." I locked him in there. I think I'm alone now. Elise is gone, at least, her body is. But sometimes I hear her voice in the vents, giggling. The worst part? The emergency alerts are back. The TVs flickered on an hour ago. No power, no signal, but there they are, stay indoors. Stay away from people. And underneath, in smaller text, do not trust the silence. I'm writing this by candlelight. The scratches on the walls are getting louder. Wait. The noise isn't coming from outside anymore. It's coming from inside the cabin. From inside me. Oh God. I can feel them. Squirming. Burrowing. Making room. I think I'm supposed to open the door now. I think they want me to let them in. Wait. No. They're already here.